We now welcome Dale Earnhardt Jr., driver of the number 88 Diet Mountain Dew National Guard Chevrolet. Dale has not been below 6 in points all season long. He has 12 top 10s in 15 races, leads all drivers with that this season, and oh, by the way, won last week's race at Michigan in case anybody missed that. Dale, I'm sure it's been a slow week for you. I'm sure you hadn't had a whole lot to do, but seriously, congratulations again on your win at Michigan. Certainly a big win for you and a very popular win for NASCAR. So just talk a little bit about that, what this week's been like for you, and how you feel coming into Sonoma this weekend.
It's been a good week. Just did a little bit of media Tuesday, and otherwise been pretty typical. The team's excited about our win to finally get that out of the way, and real happy with how the season's going. Looking forward to the rest of the summer before the chase. Just learn all we can learn and put ourselves in the best position we can during the chase to compete. And that's about it. Looking forward to the race this weekend. I enjoy coming here. I haven't got the best track record at this track, but it's still a fun place. And this is perfect weather, so for racing anyways. But, hopefully, we don't get any rain showers or anything. We can get on the track and see what we got.
Okay, we'll open it up for questions for Dale. Please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. Please state your name and affiliation. We'll take questions downstairs first, then go upstairs. We'll start in the back with Lewis, then come up to Claire.
Waiting for the mic. Lewis Frank of Reuters. Dale, obviously you didn't have much time this week to prepare for this race, but did you do anything this season to get a little more practice or a little better on road courses?
Well, we tested at Road Atlanta, which is something that we've done for the last couple of years, and that's a fun little track. And we went out there and spent a lot of time learning what we could.
Okay, we'll go with Claire.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Steve Letarte, earlier in the week, I think in the news conference, he said fun about 4 times, and you mentioned the word fun again here. What are y'all talking about? It's permeated your team to come here and have fun. Is that just to lighten up and relax and enjoy it?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that sort of do that when you come to Sonoma. Mainly, I focus on the road courses. I don't really take them lightly, but I know that's not my forte. It's not really where my bread's buttered. So you come in here and you have to kind of have a positive attitude and take whatever comes your way and take the good and the bad the same. And you can't. We've had such a good season, and we come in here and we want to continue that. And if for any reason we have some problems or trouble, we won't really dwell on it too much. But we'd like to have a good run. We come in here with a positive attitude, but we know, the reality of the situation is I don't have a top 10 here, and we just have to see what we can do. We'll just have to try our best.
Okay, we'll take our next one from Shannon.
Shannon Spake, ESPN. You mentioned the chase. Did you need to win a race in order to truly think and for your team to truly think that you guys could go on and make a run at this championship this season?
I think that helps us a lot, as far as just for us personally to feel like we can contend and compete, that we went out there and won a race. I don't really know how it makes everybody else feel outside of our team, but for us, yeah, I think it makes us even more hungry. But it's good to know we can do it. It's good to know we got it done, and we want to go do it again.
Okay, we'll take our next question from David, then go to Bob.
David Caravelle, NASCAR.com. Dale, do you think there's any rhyme or reason to who's good on road courses coming from sort of your development in other cars? I wonder if guys who came up racing late models, is this transition more difficult than maybe guys who came up on dirt or in go-karts or anything like that?
No, not really. I think it's just kind of something in the genes. I don't. Some guys are. Rusty Wallace was real good at it. He came from ASA. Ricky Rudd was real good at it, but he ran a lot of go-karts when he was young, maybe on road courses and stuff, I assume. It's just, it's hard to say. There's guys that are really good at it with little explanation as to why, and then there's some guys with a lot of background and good rhyme and reason to what makes them talented at road courses. So I think it's just it's either a niche you have or you don't. You can go to Bondurant and places like that and get speed and find your your inner Boris said, but it doesn't. It's something. It's kind of like playing. It's kind of like being able to play golf well. It's something you got to do all the time, and if you neglect it or don't take it seriously, you won't be good at it. You can't just pick up a bag of clubs and go hit every 4 months and think you're going to play a good round. It's something you have to practice to be good at.
Okay, we got Bob, Jeff, and Marty.
Bob Packer, Sporting News. Are you familiar with the new rules as far as the rear sway bar starting next week? And was that an area you guys were working on, and will it set you back at all if you were?
Yeah, I don't really know. I know a couple of rule changes. That particular rule change went over my head a little bit. I don't know exactly what they were trying to do, or what they were trying to prevent, but it shouldn't bother us any. As far as our cars, we're pretty. I talked to Steve, and he seems pretty confident that we won't miss a beat. The side skirt stuff seems to work in our favor, seems to work in my favor. I think I kind of like my cars slick and loose, and that's going in that direction. And, we feel like that me and Steve got a nice package that we've been working with that's a lot different than what our teammates have been running. It's worked the last couple of weeks, and we hope we can. We ran it on just newly paved tracks, so we're going to have to find out whether it'll work on these older surfaces, and if it does, that'll be good for us.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Jeff Gluck from SBNation.com. I'm sure that over the last 4 years you had thought a lot about when you finally won and snapped the streak, like what it would be like or what people's reactions would be like, and from friends, family, fans, everything. So what, this whole week now that you've gone through it, what was it like compared to what you thought it was going to be like?
It's always bigger, the reaction, the real reaction is always bigger than what you imagine, because just a lot of people will reach out to you that you don't think about. So, I had LW was my brother-in-law was married to my sister. He told me about a friend of his dad. His dad's gotten real ill, and in the last couple of days, I guess he couldn't recognize his own sons, but all he was talking about was the race and us winning. So that really kind of brings it home and makes you realize how something like that affects a lot of people, and really makes a big difference in a lot of people's lives. And so that was pretty amazing to hear a story like that and to hear other stories like that. So, and just the amount of people that you don't ever take it for granted that people are tuned in, that much. So when, I met Charlie Daniels a long time ago, back when I was racing in the Nationwide Series, and he told me back then how much of a fan he was of the sport, mainly the Nationwide Series and the Truck Series. And for him to say something about it, mention it on his social media accounts, meant a lot to me. Just little things like that really made it pretty special. And I think my peers coming to Victory Lane and congratulating me means a lot. You really, you go and congratulate people. I've gone into Victory Lane and congratulate other drivers when they win and certain occasions and stuff. and you don't know, you want to tell them you're happy for them, but you don't know whether what it means to them. You don't really think about it, I guess, but it means a lot. So that was pretty cool for Brad and Matt, and I know my teammates were happy, but it was cool to see some of the other guys that I'm direct competitors with. So it's all kinds of cool stuff like that was happening all week long, and made it pretty special.
Okay, guys, we're going to try to get as many in as we can. We've got a lot of questions. We'll take Marty, then go up here. We're taking them as they come in. We're going to go upstairs, then come back down. Go ahead, Marty.
Marty Smith, ESPN. Dale, how does the momentum from that win impact your team moving forward, and what's the challenge like to maintain that momentum?
Well, I don't know really, momentum, whether it's real or not. You just kind of keep going to the racetrack and keep studying and keep testing and keep trying to learn and take the best thing you can to the racetrack each week. If you have a bad week, you got to put it behind you and focus on what's been working. And we got a lot of confidence and we're feeling really good about what we've been doing. Best I've felt in a really long time. So you just try to keep doing your job. Keep doing it better. Try to, ask yourself every day, can I work harder? Can I be smarter? What can I do to bring even more to the table? And because you can't ever get complacent or feel like, even though we're doing good, that this is good enough. Because in this sport, it's always, there's always someone else about to step it up and another notch. And you got to be working all the time to stay ahead of the game or stay even with the competition.
Okay, we'll take a question here and up front, and then we'll go upstairs.
Dale, Mike Finnegan, Raceway at Sonoma. You had a pretty prodigious finish for last year and the beginning of this year. How's the focus for you personally outside the racing? Have you cut back on online events or getting more focus on the daily activity? And the second question are you going to have any more paint schemes for this year?
I don't really know what our paint scheme rollout looks like. I'm sure we'll probably do something. We always seem to do something for Daytona in July. And, we've been pretty busy with racing over the entire season. My lifestyle's changed quite a bit, especially this year as far as my hobbies and stuff. I'm not racing online as much as I used to, or spending as much time on the computer as I'm used to with my friends. But I've been putting a lot more into my racing and focusing more and more on that, and also I've been getting out a little bit more. I don't know, playing softball in the league in Mooresville. There's a league, and the ball fields are right down the road from the house, and we play against Mooresville Lowe's or 84 Lumber, or I don't know who we played against last night, but we're in the playoffs and having a good time, and it's all employees from JR Motorsports, and just getting out and doing stuff like that I didn't do before.